Come, Nerevar, and lend your ears to the wisdom I, Dagoth Ur, shall impart upon you in this sermon. As you tread the path to godlike greatness, you will undoubtedly encounter formidable adversaries and their faithful henchmen. Among these, the dragon priests of Skyrim and the pitiful Miraak stand out, and it is their masks that shall be the focal point of our discourse today. Let us address the glaring oddity first. The wooden mask, a rather lackluster dragon priest mask discovered amidst the ruins of Labyrinthian. Though mostly unremarkable, it possesses an intriguing enchantment called Bromjunar's Mystery, capable of transporting the wearer back in time to Bromjunar Sanctuary, when it was marginally more palatable. A peculiar and lackluster effect indeed, but do not dismiss it hastily, for this mask plays a crucial role in unlocking Konahrik. Keep it close, Nerevar. Now, let us arrange these dragon priests in the order of their combat prowess, from the least to the most formidable. At the bottom of this hierarchy stands Morokei, a foe wielding the staff of Magnus, and an antagonist to be confronted during the College of Winterhold questline. While not excessively challenging, ample preparation and caution shall serve you well in the battle against him. Morokei favors shock spells, the weakest among magics, and his mask bestows the boon of doubled magicka regeneration, useful, though hardly awe-inspiring. Next in line is Volsung, whose presence awaits atop a snow-clad mountain, accessible either through the Volskiga dungeon or by scaling its heights. Volsung is proficient in various magic schools, making him a true annoyance to combat. Yet fear not, Nerevar, for the vast surroundings provide an advantage, allowing you to engage from a distance. The Mask of Volsung boasts the ability to bolster prices, increase carry weight, and grant the wearer underwater breathing. An odd assortment akin to a mongrel dog, a pack mule, and a scuba enthusiast combined. Now we encounter Hevnoraak during the quest Evil in Waiting, concealed deep within the Valthum ruins. Your task, as dictated by Valder, is to vanquish this enigmatic priest once and for all. Like Morokei, Hevnoraak wields shock spells, rendering him manageable in combat. However, do not underestimate the worth of his mask, Nerevar, for it grants complete immunity to diseases and poison. A boon worthy of your pursuit, at least until an amulet bearing a similar enchantment graces your possession. Vokun, the formidable adversary you shall encounter in the quest A Scroll for Anska, proves to be quite the annoyance. His proficiency in fire spells allows him to unleash devastating damage over time, a true challenge to face. Yet fear not, for you shall not face this trial alone. Anska herself shall stand by your side, lending aid in the battle against Vokun. With your combined might, the odds shall tilt in your favor, and victory may be within reach. Furthermore, if you have a loyal follower or some summoned creatures, your forces shall grow to a total of 3 or more combatants. A united front to combat this relentless foe. Vokun's mask offers the convenient boon of lessened conjuration, illusion, and alteration spell costs, a true treasure for mages like yourself. Venturing to Solstheim, you shall encounter Vahlok the Jailor, the weakest of the dragon priests inhabiting the Frozen Isle. His tomb, the setting for your encounter, is riddled with treacherous traps, adding an extra layer of annoyance to the battle. Should you decide to brave the dangers in pursuit of treasure, do so knowing that Vahlok does not wear a mask. Alas, it seems that some foes find no solace in the power of such artifacts. Now brace yourself, Nerevar, for the big bad known as Rahgot, the final obstacle in the quest Siege on the Dragon Cult within Forlhost. His affinity for fire magic poses a considerable challenge, subjecting you to relentless damage over time, much as Vokun. To further complicate matters, his tomb will be swarming with obnoxious Draugr, adding their infuriating shouts to the tumultuous fray. But should you rely on stamina for your sneaky escapades and power attacks, Rahgot's mask shall prove of great utility to you. Zakrisos, a dragon priest whose strength may vary depending on when you encounter him. Do not underestimate him regardless of his level, for he wields potent shock spells with precision. What truly sets him apart, however, is his ability to summon Seekers, abominable copies created by the audacious Hermaeus Mora. A blatant disregard for copyrights indeed. These elusive creatures teleport and maneuver swiftly, adding a most vexing aspect to the encounter. Yet, worry not, Nerevar, for his mask grants resistance to incoming shock damage and bolsters the potency of your own shock spells. a tool to level the playing field against this electrifying foe. Now, Nerevar, let us return our attention to the vexing dragon priests of Solstheim. Otar the Mad may be of lower level compared to his counterparts, but do not underestimate him. For what truly makes this encounter irksome are the two guardians, Sarek and Torsten, standing between you and Otar. These Draugr Deathlords pose a formidable hurdle, testing your mettle before you can face Otar himself. Shock spells shall be his chosen arsenal, further complicating matters, especially when recovering from the grueling battle with his guardians. Yet worry not, for with a few loyal minions by your side, you shall easily prevail. Otar's mask bestows resistance against all three elements, making it a truly valuable acquisition. Venturing to White Ridge Barrow in Solstheim, you shall find Dukaan, a master of frost spells. The bitter chill shall sap not only your adversary's health, but also their stamina, hindering your power attacks and flurries. To further test your resolve, Dukaan summons those infernal seekers. I shall later have one of my minions do the patenting procedures for this. His mask grants increased frost resistance and bolsters the potency of frost damage, making it a boon for any destruction mage specializing in icy devastation. In stark contrast to the icy embrace, Ahzidal wields the fiery element with formidable expertise. Among the most challenging of the dragon priests, Ahzidal is renowned for his devastating spell, the Fire Stream, which wreaks havoc and proves difficult to evade. As if that were not enough, he enlists the aid of a relentless group of Draugr to complicate the already high-stakes battle. The chamber's confined space shall add another layer of peril to the confrontation. Yet, fear not the challenge, for Ahzidal's mask shall grant you the gift of fire resistance and amplify the potency of your fiery spells, a treasure well worth the effort. Krosis and Ahzidal stand almost equal in difficulty, but for distinct reasons. Krosis's location at Shearpoint offers an additional peril, for you must also contend with a dragon while facing him. Frost spells are Krosis's forte, but the true horror lies in his crafty use of a fireball staff to unleash fiery devastation upon you. A clever zombie indeed. His mask bestows increased proficiency in lockpicking, archery, and alchemy. Though such skills may not be necessary for someone of my divine stature, they could prove valuable to a worthy adventurer like yourself, Nerevar. Nahkriin, though placed before the grandeur of Sovngarde, is not to be underestimated, for he possesses unique powers that set him apart from his brethren. Unlike many others, Nahkriin can wield all three elements, fire, frost, and shock, affording him a vast array of spells to unleash upon his foes. The location of his confrontation teems with a variety of Draugr, some even positioned on elevated ground, making the battle no easy feat. However, amidst the challenge lies ample space and cover to strategize your approach. His mask proves a worthy reward, augmenting your magicka pool and reducing the cost of destruction and restoration spells, a boon befitting the powerful being you are, Nerevar. Now this one is ambiguous. Despite being hailed as the first Dragonborn, Miraak's peculiar behavior sets him apart as he dons a mask and adopts traits reminiscent of a dragon priest, even presiding over his own version of the dragon cult. An odd fellow indeed. Armed with a diverse repertoire of shouts, a poison-infused sword, and a summoning staff, he can inflict significant poison and stamina damage upon his adversaries. His cunning strategy involves sacrificing his two dragons to restore his vitality, prolonging the battle when you believe it to be over. A relentless and vexing adversary, Miraak proves to be a formidable challenge. Alas, while he leaves behind an array of valuable gear, including his wild-looking claw-like sword that saps stamina upon striking, his mask, a lesser and lackluster version of Nahkriin's, simply grants a modest increase to your magicka pool. And fear not, for the missing element shall be revealed. As I mentioned earlier, once you obtain the dragon masks from Skyrim, the wooden mask shall unlock the powerful Konahrik. This mask, devoid of a dragon priest proprietor, is a testament to sheer power. While it may not enhance your physical attributes or spells, it harbors a potent secret. When your health plummets to a mere fraction, the mask triggers a variety of effects, creating an explosion with you at its center, impervious to harm. Simultaneously, it bestows a flame cloak upon you and casts grand healing to mend your wounds. If fortune favors you, an ethereal dragon priest, as capable as Nahkriin, may also manifest to fight at your side. Truly a revelation of the highest order, the best saved for last. And thus, we reach the culmination of this sermon, Nerevar. As usual, remember to honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned. Subscribe to my sermons, raise your thumbs in approval, and inscribe your thoughts upon the parchment below. I extend my gratitude to my patrons Connor Runda, Tanya Davis, Unoriginal Username, Janelle Rambo, and Silky Johnson for their contributions to this sacred discourse.